Mitchell Family Resource Center is part of the Salvation Army. There are many programs that are available to individuals of all ages in the community. The center is easily accessible for all people in the community and offers programs designed for specific age groups. The Pre-Seed-Proceed model, consisting of 9 phases, is used to guide the process of developing and implementing an intervention that suits the needs of the population. The target population for the intervention resides in the St. Vital North community and includes children as well as the parents, grandparents, and caregivers of these children. More specifically, the aimed population includes individuals of low-income multicultural backgrounds that access the food bank at the Barbara Mitchell Family Resource Center. The collected data from secondary research on the target population includes sociodemographic data and epidemiological data. Information is reviewed regarding the population demographics, such as culture, ethnicity, language, families, income, housing, and education. The epidemiological data collected for the St. Vital population focuses on harmful health trends and illnesses that affect infants and children. In several studies, the main cause of death identified among infants and children was due to injuries.
The goal of the needs assessment was to identify which issues the target population wished to address, which consisted of either safety, income, or health. A survey was used to gather data at the Barbara Mitchell Family Resource Center on the day of the food bank. Based on the survey results of the needs assessment that was conducted on the target population of the Alpine Place neighborhood, it was determined that the multicultural population lacks knowledge on child safety in Canada. This topic was chosen over income and health education due to the higher percentage of population interest in Canadian culture, as well as a suggestion made by Florence Kwan, a coordinator at the Barbara Mitchell Family Resource Center, to address child safety needs. The identified nursing diagnosis is that the low-income multicultural population who attend the food bank at the Barbara Mitchell Family Resource Center have a lack of knowledge related to child safety. This is evidenced by the high infant and child mortality rates in the community due to injuries, as well as the identification in the survey of the need for increased knowledge on Canadian culture and child safety.
The overall goal of the intervention was to increase knowledge on child safety concerns in the low-income multicultural population who attend the Barbara Mitchell Family Resource Center food bank. The process objective for the project was to develop and plan a presentation on child safety concerns such as street safety, home safety, weather preparation, food preparation, and stranger danger to be implemented on February 7th of 2017 at the Barbara Mitchell Family Resource Center. Next, the impact objective of the intervention was that following the presentation, the food bank participants would correctly identify 50% of answers regarding child safety concerns. Finally, the outcome objective was that in a year or two, infant and child injury and mortality rates in the community would decrease.
Due to the results of the target population survey, new research was conducted regarding child safety in order to collect data for the intervention. After that, posters were made and placed 2 weeks in advance to let the food bank population know the date of the intervention and evaluation. Furthermore, required materials were gathered, such as posters, brochures, and prizes to facilitate comprehension and encourage participation. Approval to present to the food bank population at the Barbara Mitchell Family Resource Center was granted by Florence Kwan, a coordinator from the center. The intervention consisted of presenting to the food bank population at the Barbara Mitchell Family Resource Center, which took place on February 7, 2017 at 2:30 p.m. in the lounge room on the food bank day, as this was when the target population could be reached. The 5 divisions of child safety concerns that were discussed include home safety tips, food preparation, weather preparation, street safety, and stranger danger. Pamphlets and brochures on child safety, including car seats, bike safety, food safety and handling, Canada's Food Guide, and fire safety tips were provided to the participants. Prizes were obtained from the University Student Association as well as the CNFS as incentives to encourage participation.
It was decided to conduct a verbal evaluation after each category regarding child safety. It was determined that 75% of answers were correctly identified by the target population regarding child safety concerns, including street safety, home safety, weather preparation, food preparation, and stranger danger. This exceeded the expectation of the objective that was originally established, which was that the participant would correctly identify 50% of answers. Due to a lack of time, certain questions of the evaluation were omitted in some categories as the food bank needed to begin. However, we believe that the target population now has a better understanding of child safety concerns as they actively participated and correctly answered the majority of the evaluation questions during the presentation. Long-term evaluation was not possible due to a time restraint for the project completion as a result of the end of the course. It is hoped that the information provided to the low-income multicultural population on child safety measures will be applied and will decrease the incidence of child mortality and injury rates in the Alpine Place neighborhood.
One of the highlighted strengths include the teamwork accomplished to be able to implement the intervention as early as February 7th. Also, the terminology of the English survey was simplified to facilitate and encourage the population's participation. This method was successful as the group was able to gather, analyze, and identify the needs of 36 participants attending the food bank at the Barbara Mitchell Family Resource Center. One of the group's weaknesses would be the chosen evaluation method. It was difficult to keep track of everyone's answers to the question as a hand-raising style questionnaire was used. A modification could have been made in order to implement a quiz before the presentation in order to assess the population's knowledge prior to the intervention. On the day of the intervention, there was a lack of time as there was only half an hour to present all of the information as well as complete the evaluation. Additionally, the Winnipeg Harvest food truck needed to arrive on time to be able to get the participants inside the lounge between 2 and 2:30 p.m. and be finished by 3 p.m.
As future nurses, it is important to consider the individual's culture, whether in the community or in the hospital. Teaching child safety in Canada to newcomers is essential as values and beliefs vary in every country. We would like to thank Florence Kwan, our agency contact, for welcoming us at the Barbara Mitchell Family Resource Center and for allowing us to work with her, the food bank population, and the agency team, as well as for her support. We would also like to thank Vivian Heller for her guidance and encouragement throughout the process and completion of this project.